red is the coolest color of lightsaber. 3, 2, 1.
Well, there you are.
Yeah. I mean, I could be both sides of this line, in truth.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was always blue.
You were always blue.
Samuel Jackson was purple.
Obviously purple, yeah.
And that was like something that he said, I'll play the role if I can have a purple lightsaber. That's what he told George.
And he got it.
Why, and he got it. I mean, you're not going to say no to Samuel Jackson anyway.
We went through a nice collection of sabers.
Yeah. The lightsabers that we used back in the prequels were literally like there was a certain kind of alloy. I don't know. It was a metal pole.
Yeah.
And they would bend. Like we would fight, and every take we did in a fight, they would bend. You know, because it's like full contact when you're.
We're really having a go at each other, and
yeah,
they would be all warped at the end of it, and they'd replace you with a new saber. And
there was that guy on set who just had a car on wheels.
Yeah. Thomas. Yeah, Thomas.
That's right.
Yeah.
And all he did was make lightsabers, and every take we'd be handed a new one. And nowadays they're different. They're different now. I sort of missed the old ones, to be honest.
They had a nice feel to them.
Yeah. Yeah, they were real clash together. Yeah, anyway, it's the good old days. Lightsabers aren't where they used to be.
Motorbikes are the best form of travel. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going with agree because I don't really ride motorbikes, but I love dirt bikes.
Yeah.
The first time I was on a bike was actually with you. I don't know if you remember, but when
in Sydney.
Actually, here in London.
Oh.
Yeah. When we first got to London to do some of the additional photography.
Yeah.
You came and picked me up at the hotel and went for a ride on your bike. And,
oh yeah.
You were fast. I was holding on for dear life.
I love it.
It was amazing.
Yeah. My dad was there was a charity organisation in my little town of Crieff, and my dad was the chairman of this charity organisation one year. Kids would write in, and this little kid wanted to ride a motorbike, so my dad organised for his friend to bring a little 50cc motorbike, like one of those tiny little Honda ones, to a field, and this little kid got to ride around, and I was there, and after this kid rode around, my dad said, "Do you want a go?" And I went, "Okay, Dad." So I got on this motorbike, and it was tiny, and I was quite tiny, and it was just a twist and go, no gears, and I took off on it, and I like, my life changed. You know, I couldn't believe that this turned into this, and I still feel a bit like that today. Like when I get on a bike and I ride somewhere, I still feel like, are they really letting me do this? Like, are we allowed? It's so good it should be illegal or something. You know, you have that feeling. So I've never gotten over it, and it's still my favourite way to get around.
I love it.
The prequels were underrated. 3, 2, 1.
I mean, not by the people that love that sort of we made them for. In fact,
yeah, underrated at the time.
At the time,
yeah,
and by the critics and stuff.
I feel like
the
now
time,
though, just needed a little bit of time, you know, to sort of ferment in our popular culture.
Yeah,
yeah.
But I think they were appreciated at the time by the generation we made them for, if you like. It's just that there was no social media then. There was no we didn't hear their voice as much as you would do nowadays. You know, with a film that's coming out now, there's no question what people think about it because you can see it on social media, and the audience's voice is much louder now, if you like. And at the time, basically the reaction was driven by the critics who decided they weren't as good as the original film, and George always had a very strong idea to make them different kinds of movies. He didn't set out to remake what he'd done in the 70s. He wanted to try to tell to set those films up, if you like, but also to make them feel different, which they do.
Pineapple on pizza is delicious. 3, 2, 1.
It depends. I feel like pineapple with I've had pineapple with jalapeno on the pizza,
okay,
and it's a great combination.
Oh, okay.
It was actually George's son that told me about. Yeah, you got to put some jalapeno with the pineapple.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what would you just have the pineapple on its own?
When I was young, yeah.
Really?
I grew up in Canada.
Listen, don't blame the Canadians for your own strange tastes, you know? I don't know. I I don't think I've ever ordered.
I'll make you pizza one time.
Okay.
And you'll be on this side soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to pull me over to
We're going to pull you over to the agree side.
the agree side. My favourite pizza is pepperoni with anchovies. Because I just must have a real salty taste, you know? But I don't know that I've ever ordered a pizza with pineapple. Of course, I've picked a slice up from somewhere that's got pineapple on it, but it's not something that I would ever think to order.
It's great to be working again with the person opposite me. 3, 2, 1.
Strongly. I'm going all the way
All the way
over
over
here.
here. Absolutely, yeah, it is.
It's just the coolest
been the
thing.
best, yeah.
I mean, we became so close when we were doing the prequels, and just to get to come back and, you know, do this again, just to get to sit here and do this is such a trip.
It's just totally like picking up where we left off. I mean, when we were on set together shooting for this TV series, it felt like the last 17 years didn't happen. It was very odd. You didn't look like
That's how I felt about
a
you.
day older. Like, it was so bizarre.
Well played.
Yeah, well done.